Hello, this is Sheshachalam from AstroGuide Mysore, and today I am discussing the subject of two planets in conjunction and in quadrants. So I have done it from, we are starting it from the Sun. So Sun, Moon, Sun, Mars, Sun, Mercury, Sun, Jupiter has been done, and today we will be doing Sun and Venus. So, Sun and Venus both are abstract, they have abstract differences between each other. So, one is like for example, Venus is fertility. It's a fertile planet which gives fertile imagination, very good fresh thoughts, thinking, a very chirpy kind of an attitude. But Sun gives you a very reserved kind of a kingly kind of an attitude where authoritativeness will be there and firmness will be there, unbiased, rude and harsh behavior will be there. But Venus is not like that. Venus is a soft, free-flowing, charismatic planet. Now let us see how these two come together and will give results in the first four Kendras. First four Kendras are the first, fourth, seventh and the 10th houses from the ascendant. So why we are more concerned or concentrating on the Kendras is because Kendras are the one which actually give us action. Karmasthanas, they are all karmas. So they give action. So people want action. So people, if I talk about the fifth and the ninth, you will get bored because it is more about learning and spirituality. It's not that everybody will get bored. People who are having good planets or strong planets in the fifth house will have tendency towards understanding spirituality, and it is nothing wrong. And people who are having the third, the sixth, the 11th houses, the Upachaya sthanas, I am including the 10th house in this Kendra, which is also a Kendra and a Upachaya. The Upachaya sthanas are for growth. So that is different. Hard working, continuous service, lot of routine. But this 1, 4, 7, 10, the main quadrants are like continuous action. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, four Kendras. So that is why we are more interested here. So the first Kendra, that is the ascendant, where Sun and Venus are posited, will create a dosha. A dosha means it is a malefic combination which will create one or the other kind of a problem, and I'll give you the narration of what all kinds of difficulties and good possibilities are also there. Also, that will be said. The native may have a strong disagreement with his father or father like mentors. Overconfident in areas of skill and talent, and because of this, he will have skill, he will have excellent skill and talent like designing, going into urban planning, very good talent with Sun and Venus, even being a very good surgeon. But with all that, the overconfident, this particular word has come because of the Sun, which is mixed along with Venus, which is the skill and talent. Because of this, what actually happens is that he will be displaying unnecessarily demanding behavior, or some places where he doesn't get the respect, he would show his egoistic temperament. Because of that, he may start losing relationships or friends. So he may be isolated, or he will himself isolate from certain situations and circles. So he may lose friends due to his audacity and attitude. So this happens in certain cases when the Sun is strong and Venus is weak in the combination, that is, whether it is debilitated or in its enemy's house, or if Sun is weak and Venus is strong. So you have one planet which is extremely strong, that is why it gives you confidence, but the other planet is extremely weak and it pulls the whole combination down. So they love ornaments, they love designing, they love design wear, and they love expensive purchases, or their tastes are very exclusively expensive. The fourth house. the second Kendra, being the Sukhasthana, Matrusthana, and the house of vehicles, the residence, the house, many other things. Venus being the Karaka for this particular placement, that is, Venus is the signifier for the fourth house for Sukha. It should not be particularly combust. That is, it should not be within 5 degrees from Sun. So, if it is within 5 degrees from Sun, then check whether Venus is having good Shadbala. Shadbala, the six-fold strength. So, if Venus is having very good Shadbala, like 1.3 to 1.5 Shadbala, then even though it is combust, you can say that yes, Venus will be giving us some or the other positive results. So, because Sukha means that you will be enjoying the materialistic benefits this world has given us, like all the lavish luxury, a good house, an excellent placement of the house, good surroundings. That is where the house is posited. It's good surroundings. It is not that it is in a very tough placed position where you have very bad neighbors. So it all depends on how the fourth house is placed in the chart. So if Venus is not combust, it will take care of all your conveyances and facilities and luxuries. But if it is combust, the person will be wandering from one place to another place to another place because he is dissatisfied. He doesn't feel at place. He doesn't feel at home. So, home or residence is seen from the fourth house, whereas Janmasthala, that is the birthplace, is seen from the first house. So, he will have a very strong materialistic, position. So, he will have lot of possessions he will acquire in due course of time with hard work, because Sun is there. Sun will not allow you to do, you cannot slack and simply sit happily and simply tell that, things will come and fall into my lap. No, they will not come. If a planet is sitting along with Sun, Sun will restrict or influence its way of routine and timing. If some planet is sitting with Saturn, that planet will go slow because it's sitting with Saturn. I actually wanted to do a video on Saturn and its impatience, but I'll do it tomorrow. I'm writing that and I'll be completing it by tomorrow. I'll be doing the video tomorrow. So if anybody is interested to see what actually Saturn does when it becomes weak, retro, and how its impatience will hit a person, you can watch the video tomorrow. So he'll be wandering from place to place if Venus is weak, and get into government services if Sun is strong. Obviously, fourth house can also give that because it aspects the 10th and it is the 7th from the 10th house. They will be very good with animal and nature because Sun and Venus, they love animals, and they love to upkeep the welfare of animals. So the 7th house, which is the third Kendra, that is the third quadrant, particularly if Venus is debilitated and combust, or it is retrograde and combust. Why retrograde and combust? Because when Venus becomes retrograde, that means if Sun and Earth are here, then Venus is in between. So it is retrograde somewhere here, and if it is retrograde and combust, we know that it is very close to Sun or it is over the Sun. It is hovering over the Sun or very close to Sun somewhere. So that means the heat and the light of Sun would consume the strength of Venus, and Venus would become very weak. And this gives a position of tough marriage. In men, for males, it will give Stri dosha, and for females, it will give another dosha of burning the ova, the egg, the ovary. So it hits the medical, in medical astrology, it hits the fertility. So both ways, it is such a tough position in the 7th house. So they may go through humiliation from the opposite gender. So you need to be a little careful. So this combination of Sun and Venus, though can give excellent surgeons and excellent artistic designers, that is all your profession. I'll come to the profession, the 10th house. but mostly this is a tough combination. In case of women, they may go through tough female friends and female mentors. That is, they may go through tough mothers, tough in-laws. So the relationship might not be that easy when you have a strong sun or a weak combination of sun and Venus in the seventh house. So married life will be unstable and will be difficult to get married at the first place. So let us go to this 10th house. That is the last quadrant. That is the moksha. The first one was dharma, the fourth one was artha, that is the finance. Seventh house would be the kama, that is the desire, and 10th house would be the moksha, that is your satisfaction or realization. So, a brilliant tradesperson or a brilliant tradesman with excellent business etiquettes and also very good craftsmanship. He has excellent skill, talent. So the person will be actually recognized for his craftsmanship or talent or skill or his finesse in his job. A good doctor or a surgeon who will be renowned for success rate. So people usually, nowadays, even if you are going to eat in a small restaurant, you would see how many reviews are there. That the era of reviews is now top. Obviously, if you are going to select a doctor, a gynecologist, or if you are going to select a good surgeon, obviously you will be going through reviews, and these doctors who are having excellent sun and Venus in the 10th house. Sun in the 10th house gets very good directional strength. So, obviously, and Venus, though it's not the Karaka for the 10th house, it will give very good results when it is in the 10th with regard to profession. They will be workaholics, or more than workaholics, they will love their work. That is, they will be immersed into it. So, excellent in studies, higher research, chance of getting through higher entrance examinations like cracking the IITs, going to the Harvard or cracking the Cambridge entrance. So they will be doing very well in excellent, positions, and they can also go through high governmental positions in both administration and foreign policy. This is an excellent position for foreign policy because Venus gives the flair and Sun gives you the influence of the government. Thank you very much for today's class.